Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're already subscribed, then you know my name is Naturally Nella. If not, now you know, and you should go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to like, share, comment, all that good stuff on this video. Follow me on Instagram at Naturally Nella. Today's video is going to be pretty short. I just want to go over what I do to keep my hair straight whenever I flat iron my hair, my natural hair. So one of the first things that I want to mention is if it's humid outside, it's almost kind of inevitable. Your hair is gonna puff. I think that we kind of just have to accept that just a little bit, but there are some things that you can do to combat that. What I do might be a little bit dramatic. You can determine if it's dramatic for you, but it's certainly, I know I'm dramatic, so let me just keep it real. It's pretty dramatic what I do, the extent that I go to maintain my hair. But first thing is, opposed to wrapping, I pin curl my hair because with wrapping, I feel like your hair looks weird. Like one side is always up and then one side is like flat. And then if you want to do a center part, then it's kind of like a little hump right here. And I just don't have time for it. I've just found that pin curling my hair to maintain it looks a lot better. It gets my curls like to just stay nice and bouncy and fluffy looking. So that is my preferred method, and I am going to show you how I do that. And another thing that I do, I don't reapply any products or anything. This is the dramatic part. Okay, so what I do is I kind of just leave in the morning with my bonnet on, because if I go in the car, it's really humid and my hair would puff. Ooh, my throat's dry. My hair would puff if I got into the humid car, and that's just not how natural hair works. Natural hair humidity, it just doesn't work. So I go to work with my bonnet on, like with my scarf on, and then once I get to work, I like park as close to the door as possible. Then I take my pin curls down in the car and then go inside into the cool air, so it doesn't really get messed up like that in the morning. And then when I get back in the car, I pin curl my hair in the car before I pull off. I only need a few pin curls. It only takes a few minutes. So I just go ahead and get it out the way simply because I don't want my hair to puff. And yeah, if my coworkers walk past and I'm pin curling my hair, then so be it, because they're not going to help me keep my hair straight while it is straightened. So whatever, judge me all you want, judge your mother, how about that? No, kidding. But no, actually I'm not kidding. What else do I do? I said I already told you I don't reapply product or anything like that. I usually don't re-straighten my hair, so whatever happens to it is gonna happen to it. Another thing I wanted to mention is you really want to make sure that your hair is really straight when you flat iron it, because if not, then the likelihood of it puffing up faster is definitely going to be increased. So a lot of times I have seen people like question, oh my God, why did my hair puff after, 15 minutes? And it's just like, it's because your hair wasn't that straight to begin with. Granted, I do like that whole textured look of when people flat iron their hair and it's not like super duper straight. I personally have done that before and I like it. However, if you're talking about longevity and preserving your hairstyle, it really needs to be straight. I think this is pretty straight. So I'm going to show you guys how I pin curl my hair before I go to bed in the next clip. So go ahead and just kind of watch that. It takes me about maybe 4 or 5 minutes, if that, to pin curl my hair at night. So I'm going to be showing you that. Before I explain how I pin curl my hair, I did want to let you guys know that this is day 3 hair in this video. I also wanted to just let you guys know to choose good products that has some sort of anti-frizzing formulation when you are flat ironing your hair. The video that I linked for flat ironing my hair mentions the products that I typically use for the process. As you can see, I use my fingers to smooth through my hair, detangle it. I don't normally use a brush or a comb, but you can use a wide tooth comb so you won't comb out your curls way too much. I typically just use my finger, and then I use my hand and smooth it all the way down, basically to the end of the curl. And then I try to form a perfect circle at the end. It's not always going to be perfect. That's one thing I realized about pin curling, but I try my best to form a perfect circle and then tightly wrap up the pin curl until I get to the root of my hair. Next, I use pretty long bobby pins to secure the pin curl in place. Typically, I have to use 2. I'll make it into like a cross or like an X, I guess, because sometimes 1, just depending on how that pin curl is, isn't enough. So feel free to use multiple pin curls to keep the curl in place. If you have shorter hair, I'd recommend that you do your pin curls in smaller sections. This is what the back of my hair looks like. I have 5 pin curls total so far. I'm going to show you one more time how I pin curl. So as you saw with the last pin curl, I use my fingers to smooth through this section, detangle it, and then what I'm doing is I'm going to form a small circle at the end of my hair, wrap it all the way up until I get to the root of my hair, and then I'm going to take a bobby pin to secure it in place. I don't think I mentioned this earlier in the video, but another reason why I pin curl my hair opposed to wrapping it or another method is because I feel like my hair has lasted longer with doing this method. So total I did 9 pin curls, and that is typically enough for me. Sometimes I've done 8 as well. So after I secure all of my pin curls, I take a satin scarf and I tie them down in place. I do try to tie it as tight as possible without giving myself a headache. And yeah, I typically will leave this on unless I'm going somewhere. That's another thing to keep in mind. If you're not going anywhere, there's really no need to take your scarf off and take your hair down and things like that. And if you have any cute head wrap styles that you want to wear to even preserve your hair longer, then you should probably consider doing that as well. I'm gonna insert 2 pictures of what my hair looked like on day 7, just so you can get an idea of how my hair held up over time. Alright, so that is how I pin curl my hair, and I just, like you saw, wrap it with my scarf. And that's really it. I wish I had some deep trick for you, but there really isn't a trick. It's just keeping your hair away from it being super humid. I wanted to tell you guys too that I have a video of how I blow dry my hair, how I trim my natural hair, and how I flat iron my natural hair with one pass. And I'll link all of those videos in the description of this video. That way you can see where I got to this point. I just wanted to show you guys how I maintained my hair. But that's all. I hope that you guys like. I like it. I think it looks pretty good. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.